Okay, it's the next morning, and I've decided to apply the rust inhibitor all over the tray, and now I'll paint the tailgate. This stuff is incredibly expensive. I was doing my paperwork this morning. It's Sunday morning, and I saw it was about $43, $45. So okay, it's now prepped, and it takes 2 hours for the chemical reaction to take place to neutralise the rust. So that's it, it's ready for painting. Okay, I'm using black rust-proof paint because black also blocks out the sunlight and stops rust better. So I'm just going to paint the bed and up around inside the channels, up inside there, because there's a fair amount of rust up in there. I don't know why. Maybe it was never painted properly in the factory. Unfortunately, the metal in the bed's become too hot to paint. I wouldn't want to risk applying the paint and it doesn't work properly or doesn't bond properly. So what I've got to do is work out a way of covering this bed with a tarp. It's the 8th of the 1st, 2017. We have Christmas in the middle of summer here, so it's the middle of summer, so no wonder it's a bit hot today. Okay, well, like they say, where there's a will, there's a way. So what I'll do is just let the bed cool down, because it's about 60 or 70 Celsius, certainly warm enough to cook an egg. So I'll let it cool down and start painting. And it's not windy today, so that's a real bonus. Okay, so let's get in there and paint that bed. What I'll be doing is painting up around the top, around the edges, any rust around the mud guards, and I'll do all the cutting in first and then paint the bed, just like painting a room. she's just really starting to warm up under this canopy now. So, starting to really feel the heat. Just making sure I give this a good coat at the front. This is the front of the bed, and this is the cab here, and this is where you get a fair amount of rust, I've noticed, from the trucks I've looked at over the years. So I'm just doing a good job of this. Luckily, this section along here on the side of the mudguard hasn't seen any rust in 40 years, so that's very good. Just painting where the rust is, and anywhere there's not rust I'm not going to touch, because I'm going to apply 3 coats of sea mist green on top of this, so just taking that into consideration. Okay, starting on the right hand side, at the back of the tray, behind the mudguard. On the inside of the mudguard, on the right hand side. Oh, I've got to go and have a drink. It's just unbelievably hot. Okay, I've just had a bit of a break. I feel much better now. So I'm just using a roller to apply the paint to the bed. Works good. Okay, so that's it. You know, that's the bed done. There was a lot of core rust. When I say core rust, I mean the main rust that could eventually take the vehicle out over the years. That's been treated now, so you know, this should be good for another 40 years once I've done all the rust work. Don't let anyone tell you that you know, once you've got bad rust or a spot of rust in your car or truck, that's the end of it. You know, that's nonsense. Any rust can be treated, unless there's a huge, you know, 1 foot by 1 foot hole. You can treat any rust at all. You know, even rust like that rust hole. You know, what you can do there is somehow get a block or and get a screw into it and put some glue or some silicone or whatever and bring it up and support it until it goes off hard. Then you can put bog filler all around it, and that'll eventually be fixed.